So this is going to be an interesting topic, and it has to do with sex. And I don't know how other INFJs feel about it, but I'm going to talk about how I personally feel about it. I know sex seems to be a taboo subject. However, it is a pretty important aspect of life, just like death is. People just don't want to talk about these subjects, and I don't know why. Maybe because we have attached um, particular emotions to the topics that make one feel uncomfortable, and so we just kind of like talk about it like this, right? But, anyways, when it comes to sex, um, I think it's a really sacred thing that two human beings choose to participate in. I think sex is a tool that is used between two human beings to create or to open a new portal for another soul to come through into this particular plane of existence. I don't take it lightly, and I don't understand when people can have casual sex, how that does not like have a impact on their conscience. It's just really foreign to me. I like to talk to people about their sex life. I know that sounds strange, but I've encountered quite a bit of people who are very open about it with me, and it's really intriguing and fascinating. I'm not judgmental, I just don't understand. I just cannot, it's very foreign to me when people tell me that they've had multiple partners casually. It's very foreign to me when people say like they date. I feel like since I was a child, I always knew I just wanted to be with one person. And so up until I was 14, that's when I met my partner, that I've been with for 25 years. I was not really interested in, I guess, a lot of things that a lot of people were interested in. I I know this sounds naive and really gullible, but I just wanted to find one person that I could love and who would love me back the same way. I wasn't interested in like experimenting with other people on a sexual level. Like, I'm totally open to platonic relationships and just like basic level friendships. But as far as taking it beyond that, I have a lot of like, how do I say? I don't, I'm not interested in it. Like, really, I can honestly say I'm not interested in it. I don't know why. I, well, I do know. I think people engage in casual affairs sexually probably because of a number of things. Probably because they've been conditioned to believe that that's how it's supposed to be. Um, Also, maybe they don't want the responsibility that comes with the weight of having a long-term relationship. They don't want to commit to that quite yet. Um, Maybe because they're still in the experimental phases and they're trying to figure out who they are and what this is all about. Um, Maybe because they're into sense gratification and they just want immediate gratification, and then, like anything, whenever you gain access to something that you want, it loses its luster, and then you move on to the next best thing. Maybe that's what's going on, but for me personally, I don't think it's something. No, I know it's not something that I would like to participate in. Um, what people fail to realize too is whenever you engage with someone on an intimate level, physically like that, you have a tendency to create energetic cords, and through these energetic cords, you're basically taking on the other person's stuff on an energetic level. So if you have like a lot of casual partners and you're plugging into each other, I mean, you're plugging into that person as well as all the other people they've plugged into and you've plugged into, and it creates a lot of like distortion in your energy body, because you're taking on a lot of the negative and positive attributes of the partner that you've plugged into sexually. I mean, think about it. It's kind of like an outlet and it's kind of like a plug, and you're plugging in and you're plugging into all these different circuits and cords, and it may not be in your best interest, so that's why I don't take it lightly. I feel like, and that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I know people who have had like a lot of like rendezvous or one night stands, or has had or engaged in casual sex, and yeah, that's fine. I mean, I feel like if that's what you have to experience in order to realize what it is, then that's what you have to experience. I think in my previous lifetimes, or even this could be ancestral, there was so much abuse towards the women sexually that when I came into this dimension, it's just been really off-putting to me. It's been really off-putting, and I have a tendency to hold a mental and emotional and spiritual connection to a higher regard and degree than I do like a physical one. You know what I mean? And I think it has to do with me breaking unhealthy habits and cutting energetic cords that may be detrimental to my ancestors and myself. That's just me. I've noticed that, like, I've watched people, and this is just like purely from an observational standpoint. I've noticed like a lot of people who have casual partners seem to be really imbalanced on an emotional and physical level, especially. I mean, I feel like they haven't even penetrated the emotional and spiritual aspects of themselves, because they're like really deep in like physically and mentally. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that they need to clear, work through, and penetrate in order to, like, I don't know, access and heal their spirit, their soul. I don't know what I'm saying. Excuse me, I'm drinking soda. Anyhow, I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but if you learned something cool, if you didn't learn something cool, blessings to one and all. Amen.